ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, welcome to today's live room. It is the 9th of November. We'll get started here in just a couple of moments. For those of you guys that are subscribers of the channel, you guys are going to be able to comment. If you are not a subscriber of the channel, you're not going to be able to comment. Today is the 9th of November, and we're going to be spending some time going through some trades that we saw play out today, or some of them within the last couple of days. Some winners, some losers, some non-plays, and really make sure that you guys all understand how to do this. So first and foremost, if you guys can see this, you can hear me, please put a 111 in the chat box. This is my first time ever going live in this setup with now our brand new tech smartboard that is going to enable me to mark up charts in real time with you guys live. This is super cool technology that not a lot of folks have yet, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. So put some ones in the chat. Let me know that you guys can hear me, that you guys can see it okay. I've got my phone here. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to walk off screen. Give me 1 second. We're still live. I'm just going to make sure my studio is perfectly quiet. I'm going to shut my door. All right, so we're back. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Maria, William, Camelia, Shen, David Matthews, Canyon Schultz, Peter Stegner, Noah, Johnny, everybody else that's just tuning in. Welcome to your trade review. If you guys like this enough, instead of recording videos, I'll actually do this more because it's easier, because then I can answer your question live. A little bit more interactive, get to know you guys a little bit. Shen Avi, OMG, PK is live. No, this is AI. I'm just kidding. I am live. By the way, I might be out of focus just because I want to make sure this maintains focus. I don't have a video guy with me today, so it's just me. Super excited. If you guys could click the share button. If you guys exit out below my live, there's a share button. Make sure that you paste that share button into your Telegrams, into your WhatsApps, text messages, onto your Instagram, wherever it is. Let people know that we are live, and we're gonna get this show off the road. So with that said, make sure I know how to use this. I do. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna spend some time and I'm gonna go through a bunch of different pairs that had setups today from our indicator. I suppose I should mention before this that our indicator is absolutely free. No email required, no sign up required. Down below in the description, there's a place that's going to say access. It's going to say access link. You guys are going to click that link and follow the instructions. All you really have to do is put in your TradingView username, your email to let you know it's confirmed, and that's it. And then you guys will be in touch with this within the coming weeks, and you guys will have access to this on your TradingView. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different setups. 222 in the chat that this is at least visible enough to see that there's a chart, blue, green, high, low, stop loss, entry, target, just enough. And I realize that this is my first time going live with my setup, so it's not as pretty as it's going to be when I get my actual video guys in here, but at least good enough to see it where if I were to explain something, you would get the point. Let me know in the chat box there. Let me make sure I know how to do this. There we go. I'm going to use white today, and let's get started. So this was a setup on USD PLN, as you just saw. This happened today. So if you guys were to go live over to USD PLN, you would see it. And as you guys can see, right here, our indicator called a sell alert. For those of you guys that don't know, that means you make money when the market does what? When the market drops. So this is a sell alert. And when it did that, we have to ask ourselves a couple of different questions. The two questions that you ask yourselves are, number one, is the aqua, gray, and blue lines in that order. Really, how I try to keep this simple, guys, is you see that gray line right there just running through? You have to make sure that's in the middle. If that's on top or on bottom, you have no trade. So I guess the first question I have for the class today is the aqua in the middle? Yes or no? Now, if it's in the middle, is the aqua on the bottom or the top? You can see up here is the blue, down here is the aqua. So in this case, we've got the aqua on the bottom, the gray in the middle, and the blue on top. Why is that important? That means we are in a down trend. Oops. That means we're in a downtrend. So we're looking to, you guessed it, sell, which is exactly what this indicator called for us earlier today. So there's two steps. When the indicator calls, we have two steps to make sure that we actually enter the trade. We're on the 15-minute time frame. It's funny because when you put patience, when you put what TF, it sounds like you're saying what the. I was like, what the? So we have two steps. Step number one says, did we break the Asian range? Now let me explain. That's step number one, or question number one. Did we break the Asian range? Now, the Asian range is annotated right here. And I'm watching this on, if you're wondering why I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at your comments and watching the stream back to make sure it's clear enough. When you look at this, the Asian range is annotated right there. There's a red line that crosses there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It crosses that. And then there's a blue line that crosses the bottom. That annotates the high and the low of the Asian range. And your goal is to answer the question, did we break that Asian range? In this case, we're looking to sell. So if we're looking to sell, we need to break the high of the Asian range. Answer me that question in the comments. Did we break the high, which is right here? Did we break the high of the Asian range? Yes or no? And all of you guys are saying yes. Good. I suppose I could see it a little bit better if I blew my phone up. Oh, great. You guys can see it. This is great. This is amazing. I think I'm going to do this instead of record YouTube videos. I don't have to do editing, and you guys probably like this better. Put a 111 in the chat if you guys like this better than my normal videos, because you can interact with me and ask questions. So that's the high. So we break the high. That's question one. We only have to ask two questions. Question one, we broke the high. Question two is at the time of entry, which if you look at this right here, that candle is the time of entry. Okay? That's the time of entry. So answer me this. At the time of entry, do we have AGB? At the time of entry, do we have AGB? Yes or no? Yes. Aqua, gray, blue. It's in that order. So you've got aqua on bottom, gray in the middle, blue on top. That's intentional. You want gray in the middle. If gray's not in the middle at the time of entry, don't take the trade. In this case, you can take the trade. Why? Because gray's in the middle. It passes your steps. And as you guys can see, once that trade was called, target 1 was hit, target 2 was hit. This is a full target, full take profit. This happened today, guys, from our free indicator only for you guys right here live on YouTube. Today. Imagine that. Let's look at another one. We had another one with PLN. GBP, PLN. Now GBP, PLN, as you guys can see, take a look. Answer yourself a question. In this area Here's one line. Here's another line. Here's another line. This one is the aqua. This one is the gray. This one is the blue. So, do we have AGB? Yes. G's in the middle. What direction? Aqua's on bottom. Looking to sell. Just like the last one. So in that context, now that we got that, we know we're looking to sell. The next step is we must see, have we broken the high of the Asian range? So, look at the Asian range. You see this red line right here? I'll put an arrow to it. Right there. See that? Oops. Don't mind me trying to get used to my new tech. See that? That's the Asian range high. Did we break the high? Yes, all of this is a break. See all this? All these candles? That's above that. So yes, we broke it. Now that we know that we broke it, where is entry? Well, entry is right here. At the time of entry, can you tell me, yes or no in the chat box, if we still had AGB? If aqua was still below gray and still below blue? Good. Good. Yes. And so for those reasons, because basically if you're listening here, folks, if you're taking notes, there's only two steps. Step number one is, did we break? So in the case of a sell, we need to break the high of the range. In the case of a buy, we need to break the low of the range. That's step one. Step two, at the time of entry, are my EMAs in that order? If you get yes and yes, it passes your steps. If you get a no, which I'm going to show you examples of no's, by the way, but if you get a no, guess what? You move on. You don't take the trade. So that's another example here. Here's Euro PLN. Euro PLN looks very similar. This one might have gotten stopped out at break even recently. Once you hit a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, stops are rolled. See how the stop loss level here? You see how the stop loss level was right here? And then what happened was, once this got, because here's entry, here's stops, here's 1-to-1, here's 1-to-2. So this is a 1-1, this is a 2. Once you got to that 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which price did, then stops, see how the red box goes away? Stops get rolled to entry risk-free. I guess I shouldn't say risk-free, nothing's risk-free, just in case the broker gaps you, but generally speaking, less risk. And so in this point, look at the high. Did we break the high of the Asian range, guys? Absolutely we did. It came up right here, broke. Question number two, at the time of entry, right here. I feel like I'm a newscast, I'm a weatherman. Weatherman of pips. At the time of entry, do I have an AGB? The answer is absolutely unequivocally yes. We get those two yeses. What does that mean, guys? What do we do at that point? We look to fill and enter that position. All right, switching gears from the PLN crew. Now we're going to do some analysis from today on Euro NOK. Now, because of this, these trades you just saw a minute ago, they were all very similar. This is going to look slightly different. Okay, this, by the way, is still at risk. If you guys were to go right now onto your charts and you were to type in Euro NOK, if you were to type that in right now on your charts, you would see on the 15-minute time frame something like this. So I intentionally have added this today because I want you guys to take a look at a buy position. Now, in a buy position, number one, first and foremost, gray must be in the middle still. Is gray in the middle? And of course, as you guys can see, the answer is yes. Gray is in the middle. If you guys can't see it, down here, right there is the blue line. Okay? That's the blue line. Up here's the aqua, in the middle is gray. So you got aqua up on top, gray in the middle, blue on the bottom. That means you're looking to do what? Buy or sell? There's 42 of you guys in the comments. Are we looking to buy or sell? Aqua, gray, blue. Aqua's on top. We're looking to buy. Good. Now, at this point, because we're looking on that, we need to break the bottom now of the Asian range. Have we broken the bottom? Yes or no in the chat box. Have we broken the bottom? Yes or no in the chat box. Absolutely we have. We broke the bottom. Then third step, at the time of entry, do we have AGB? Yes or no? Now this is where I'm still learning with this screen because I can't zoom in. But I'm going to give you guys a hint. I really want you to zoom in on your screens. At the time of entry, do we have AGB? And I know I'm making it obvious, but really zoom in and take a look there if you can. At that entry, that little white dash, is the aqua above the gray, above the blue? Yes or no in the chat box. Good. You guys are all commenting no. The answer is no. I wanted to do this intentionally because I think that, you know, you learn a lot from seeing hindsight. You learn a lot from seeing real time. But I think you learn more from seeing what not to do. We've seen two winners now today. We saw one that's break even, and then we saw this one that we wouldn't have taken if we're following the rules. I want you guys to get the overall scope. I'm going to show you some losses too. Okay, so that was again Euro NOK. Now we're going to go to Euro CAD. Now Euro CAD, I'm going to show you one from today and then one from yesterday. Euro CAD, the blue is way down here below our screen, so you got to know that. I'm emphasizing blue is down here. Do we have AGB? Yes or no in the chat box? Yes. A, G, and again, like I said, blue's like down here below my RSI. This is all just screen grabs because it makes it a little bit easier to write, but I can, by the way, just so you know, I am able to pull up TradingView live on my screen. I'm so excited to have this thing, guys. Best $4 ever. So check this out. We've got AGB. At the time of entry, is it still AGB, and have we broken the low? Yes or no? Armand said, Euro dollar, please. There was nothing on Euro dollar today. That's why it's not being reviewed. Like, no alerts were sent. Yes, this is an example, folks, of a losing trade. I wanted to show you. Because the world we live in today is all sunshine and rainbows and cherry-picked, and I don't want to be that guy. This is an example of a trade in which everything passed, there was entry, here was stops, and look what happened. Wick, wick. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. But the reason I'm showing you this is because risk to reward is the name of the game. If you've never heard of it, what it means is for every 2% you're risking, which is this red area, I risk 2% on a position, your reward is double, 4%. That means that you can lose more than you win and still make money. You see, today we had several winners. Then we come in here with a loser. You know you're trading wrong if you have 3 winners, 1 loser, and you lose money that day. In fact, you guys should be able to lose 3 trades, win a couple, literally lose 3, win 2, still be up. Why? Because every time you lose 2%, but every time you win, you gain 4%. If you're not following a protocol like that, I don't care about this strategy, any strategy, you're going to be behind and you're going to eventually say, this strategy sucks. Listen, if you look at the back-tested results, I've been publishing these on YouTube. You guys can check them out. This thing is 35 to 45% accurate depending on the pair. I've shown this live on YouTube. Every other guru hates me for multiple reasons. Number one, because I give everything away for free because I don't give a shit about making money off of you guys. But number two, they're always like, hey, I'm 90% accurate. No, you're not. It doesn't exist. If you're 90% accurate, you'd be wealthier than Warren Buffett. You're lying. 35% accurate, you can still profit in the foreign exchange if you have the proper risk-reward principles. And I wanted to show you guys an example of a loser that follows all of this, but just ends up going the wrong way. Wicks out. All right. Let's do another one. I'm going backwards. Sorry, guys. I'm learning this. I'm learning the buttons here. All right. Oh, here's another example. I just wanted to show you EuroCAD yesterday. This is another example from EuroCAD yesterday. Here was the low. Here was the high. A, G, and we had our blue way down there. For those of you guys just tuning in, I know it might be confusing that there's no blue here. It's because it's under the screenshot. We broke the range. Gosh. Where am I at? There we go. We broke the range right here. Entry was right here. At the time of entry, did we have AGB? The answer was yes. So what I'm showing you, the reason I'm showing this winner is yesterday and today had identical trades on EuroCAD. Yesterday won, today got caught up in just a terrible situation. Why? Because he had a wick and another wick. One of those things. Almost like, what can you do? Some of you guys on here, I'm sure, were caught up in that exact trade, as was yours truly. It's okay. You have to keep playing it. You have to keep swinging it. All right. Went through that. Oops. Went through that. Went through that. Euro pound. This is Euro pound today. And I wanted to show you this because this is an example of a textbook opportunity in the market that I would say that you need to study. Now the reason for this, guys, is I want you to pay close attention. I'm just going to cut to the chase. This is the low. This is the high. We have A, G, B. We know it's in an uptrend. We know we're looking to buy. If you're not up to that point yet, that's okay. At the end of this call, I'm going to share with you where you can go to learn all of this information. But at this point, we know we've got AGB. At the time of entry, we've got AGB. Here is why I tell you this is textbook and I love it. Take notes. Can someone please tell me, in this case, where is the 800 exponential moving average? Where's the blue in relation to the stop loss? And I know somebody said screen is reflecting. I'm sorry. It's our first day here. Let me turn off some lights. I don't know if that helped or not. I'm doing my best, guys. This is my live first time. I promise you one thing. Once I go live about 10 times, I'll get it. All right, yes. All right, should still be here. Should still be here. All right, we're back. A lot of technical difficulties, that's okay. So, check this out. These are acting as what's called support. When price hits them, how we doing? Everything's too hot. Literally too hot. Where were we at? We were on Euro Pound. All right. We're on Euro Pound. Can you guys hear me? Put a 111 in the chat. I probably sound way better now. You guys are understanding we're live, right? I apologize about, I guess I needed to turn the AC a little bit higher. All right, can you see the screen? Put a 111 in the chat if you can see the screen. So what I was saying was, guys, thank you so much for your interaction, by the way, is right here, right here, right here. That's what I was just showing you. You probably love the look of it now because it's so clear. That's support. I love trades like this. Why? Because all of the EMAs are below you when you're buying, and they're acting as support, and they're inside of your stop loss. Now, I'm not saying this makes it a guaranteed win, but what I am saying is it increases your probability of a winning trade. Okay? So I wanted to share with you guys that briefly. I'm letting the camera cool. So unfortunately, I don't know you're going to be able to see me anymore. But I'm going to share a little bit of a recap here with my keys to success. Number one, every single time you're looking for an opportunity, you must break the Asian range. What does that look like? Well, here's the Asian range high in red. Here's the Asian range low right there in that blue horizontal line. See how it breaks the bottom of it? That's step one. Every time you're looking for an opportunity, you must break the Asian range low. Key number two, at the time of entry, you must have aqua, gray, and blue in that order. That's what AGB stands for. Aqua, gray, blue. Key tip, gray must be in middle. And if you're buying, aqua's got to be on the top. And if you're selling, aqua's got to be on the bottom. So in this case, the blue, by the way, same picture I showed you guys, is gone. But in this case, again, aqua, gray, and then blue's down here. Good. And step number three, if your stop loss gets hit, don't throw your hands up, but it's time to look for an advanced entry. Now, some of you don't know what that means, and that's okay. And that's a great segue to me telling you that for free here on YouTube, if you like this, imagine what you'd like when I just go off for 52 minutes straight with no distractions and no comments. Right here on YouTube, if you search Patrick Kenney Masterclass, you guys will get access to the Masterclass. Now, in the description of that Masterclass video or in the description of this live stream, good news is we have a link for you guys to gain access to the script or this indicator to help you identify these opportunities, and then of course you, with your human eyes, go in and do some extra interaction with it. Okay? So what I'm going to try to do briefly is hop back up here. This screen's going to go black for a minute. I'm going to try to see if I can get this back up. All right, I'm sure you're still with me, but give me a minute. All right. So, one more time. You guys can go right here to the advanced training, the masterclass on my channel to get access, guys. Can you tell me if you gained some value? What was your key takeaway today from this class where we talk about just keys and insights to utilizing this strategy? We don't really have a name for it. Jokingly, we have the Waymo strategy, W-A-Y-M-O, like those little robotic cars, because I told someone the way you gain success in the markets is you become a robot. Black and white, same process every time. Don't let your emotions get in the way. You guys have to be as straightforward as you can with this process. So make sure you get on there. Also, description of this live right now. If you go scroll down on your page, description, it says access link. If you fill out that Google form, you will get access to this in the coming weeks on your TradingView account, as long as you have TradingView. But guys, I know it's dark in here now because of the screen being white. So I'm going to turn this off so I'm not as dark. But all I can say is I'm excited about the future of training in 2024 as I get used to how to actually go live with this thing and not overheat the camera, apparently. But first of all, I thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate you all for coming. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you could, click the like button and share this with someone that you know that trades that might be interested in learning more about this strategy. Everything I've got is absolutely free. Everything on my channel is absolutely free. My indicator is absolutely free. There is no upsell. There is no bullshit. It is what it is. If you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, toodles. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next time. God bless.